Whoa.
Hey, how's it going?
We're live.
We are live.
We are alive and live.
On a crazy Wednesday.
Yeah, we're trying something a little different here. We're trying YouTube live.
YouTube.
And
Gotta make sure
we
it's on
linked it to
Facebook.
Facebook, so
Yeah, so
we're gonna have to check that out. Make sure we're on our
see what happens.
Facebook.
yeah, see what's going on here.
I don't know if it is.
Let me search 3-man.
Well, fellas, I think it's got us on here.
Oh, it does?
Yeah, you just gotta click right there, fellas, and it pops up.
Oh,
Cool beans.
lovely.
Lovely.
Lovely, lovely.
Oh, yep, just now. Mine just popped up too.
Sweet.
Okay, so camera quality might be a little better on YouTube Live.
It's kind of weird we're
Yeah.
doing this and there's a game going on right
Yeah,
now.
the Pittsburgh is leading 19-7 right now.
7:28 left in the fourth.
It's not looking good. I don't like it.
Well, we all took the Ravens to win, so it is what it is.
We
Should have took
may
the
be
Steelers.
wrong.
Yeah, they're punting it. Anyways, are you guys ready to get rolling here since we're live?
I think we're ready. We're ready to
Let's-
roll.
Okay.
Hey, you got a comment
Hey, whoa.
from Ashley.
It's
working.
working.
Yes, it is. Finally,
Sweet.
I think we got a new way to do this now, huh?
it's a lot easier.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Week 12.
yeah, week 12. No teams were on bye week. Next week it's going to be Bucks and Panthers.
Yep.
So the Thursday Thanksgiving games, the 3-7 Texans at the 4-6 Lions. The Texans won 1-25.
Deshaun, baby.
Will Fuller went off and
And well, speaking of Will Fuller, he's
suspended.
suspended.
Yeah, you know, he's suspended for the last couple games of the season and the first game of next season, I believe, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Because of steroids.
He may not be with the Texans, though.
Yeah, I don't
That's a
think
whole
so.
other story. But I would say I was shocked, but Texans have been playing a lot better lately,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and the Lions are kind of
Kind of who
Going
we
back,
thought they
yeah.
were, right?
Well, they fired the coach.
Yep. Matt Patricia, was that his name?
Yeah.
How did he outlast Adam Gase?
He has not been good over the last 3 to 4 years.
Got another
They've gave
comment, fellas.
They've gave him an opportunity.
Yeah.
Talk Colts.
Oh, we will.
Colts.
We'll get there.
Someday.
We're going through the whole NFL here.
There's a
I
lot
don't
of
know.
teams.
Yeah, a lot of teams.
There's not much to say about that
Yeah.
game. I mean,
Not much to say. Like,
Texans pretty much blew them out. I mean, for the most part.
both the Thanksgiving games were pretty much blowouts.
I really thought that Texans game. I thought it was going to be a little closer.
I did. I mean, it was kind of at first, but then the Texans just took control of it.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll move on to the next one. My Cowboys here, the 3-7 football team at the 3-7 Cowboys.
The battle of the NFC
Yeah,
East.
the battle of the
East.
East. I was really hopeful, because the whole division's basically, 3-7. Eagles 3-6-1. But it's just like, man, I was so hopeful, and then I don't know what the hell happened to us. We haven't been good all year, but like I was thinking, this is the football team,
So, fact,
beatable, winnable game
The
here.
football team has never lost to the Cowboys.
That is correct. They are 2-0
As
versus the
football
Cowboys.
team. Yeah.
Right, as the actual football team name, they are 2-0 versus the Cowboys.
Now, I did see a stat off of the football team. There's two teams that have four linemen ranked. What's that ranking? Has it been showing the PF?
Yeah,
Yeah.
PFT or
Well, they've
whatever.
got four linemen that are ranked in the top 5. Two teams that have it: Pittsburgh and Washington, surprisingly.
Hmm,
Which I wouldn't really think, Washington, but
right. I mean, it's kind of crazy.
Well, being a
But-
Cowboys fan, what do you think of this game?
We played terrible. I mean, it
They look like they
honestly,
showed up.
it honestly was a decent game through about halftime.
Yeah.
It was after halftime that Washington kind of took over and we fell apart. So I mean, there's not really much to say about it. The football team's 4-7. The Cowboys are now 3-8. There's not much else to say about it except, I mean, we laid an egg, man. It was terrible.
Ravens have replaced RG3.
Oh,
Oh wow.
Trace McSorley, baby.
So unless you guys have anything to add, I don't really have anything to. I guess
really.
Alex Smith on the football team, he's played well
Yeah.
That Gibson.
since they gave him the starting role.
Mhm.
Alex Smith has played well, so I don't know if that is why they're having some success. Is because they not booted him, but they pulled Haskins out, benched him, and then they put Alex Smith in.
He's always been a decent quarterback.
Yeah, he's
He's your
he's the
Fitzpatrick, your field general.
Yep, he's the type of quarterback that's gonna manage the game for you. He's gonna limit his mistakes,
Mhm.
but I don't think he's gonna go out and gunsling with
No.
Drew Brees, Rodgers.
You're not going to win a Super Bowl with him,
Right.
So kind of.
But he's gonna win you a few games.
I know you sent this earlier, kind of to wrap this in with the Cowboys of Washington. Right now, they got the projected NFL draft order.
Mhm.
So we have obviously Jets. I don't think it's going to change.
No,
I don't think so either.
You have the Jaguars at number 2.
I don't think the top two are changing, to be honest with you.
Mhm.
Cincinnati's at 3. 4, you have Dallas.
Cowboys at 4.
5 is the Chargers. 6 is the Lions. 7 is the Panthers. 8 is Atlanta. 9 is Denver. And 10 is the football team.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Cowboys right in that 3rd spot.
I think the 3rd spot maybe with the Bengals because the Bengals have kind of played kind of good. If Dallas just keeps bombing and losing,
My problem with the Bengals is Burrow's not there. And I don't think
Right.
the Bengals are going to do much now.
Unless it
I'm with you there. So,
Bengals will take that left tackle.
mhm.
And you guys should probably take that left tackle. You think?
Right. If
I mean, that's-
if we're there, if they don't take them,
Now I know this is kind of crazy something to think about, but if you guys are you got Jets, Jags, Bengals take the left tackle. Do you guys take a quarterback?
I don't think.
I know.
No.
I don't think so.
I think you'll
Not
pick
with
up. I think you'll
that.
pick up a defensive player.
Yeah, we'll do something. We won't take a
Unless Trevor
quarterback.
fell that far.
He's not.
Yeah,
falling
he's
that
not
far.
falling that. He's going number 1. That's all I really have to say about the boys.
Really, one of the ones that's kind of shocking, I think, is the Chargers because
They're
at number
loaded
5.
with talent.
You have a decent receiving core, running back. I mean, really,
And they're loaded with talent.
they'll probably take the best available,
Mhm.
or I could
Mhm.
see them trading that pick.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
They would be one that would trade down for more depth.
Mhm.
But
We're getting off trade.
yeah, we're getting way off here. We're talking with the Chargers. We're talking with the Cowboys.
So, the Cowboys and the football
But
team.
That's it for the Thanksgiving games because
One
the
guy.
Ravens Steelers are playing right now. Supposed to play on Thanksgiving night.
That didn't happen.
And that didn't happen because of COVID. So let's move on to the Sunday early games, the Sunday 1 p.m.ers. At the 3-7 Falcons. Raiders is your second team, so what you
Falcons won this game 43-6.
Young Hung Koo.
Yeah, what the hell, dude? It's like they didn't even show up to play for this game.
mm-hmm.
The defense was terrible. The offense turned the ball over. I think Carr turned the ball over like 3 or 4 times. They just didn't look like themselves. I mean, every now and then you got a game like this. Sometimes I don't know.
Mhm.
Being a Vikings fan, every year they get a game like this. It seems like even when they're playing really well that year, they always lay an egg.
There's always
somewhere
that,
in
there's always that
in
one team that you
season.
get blown out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and the Falcons have been playing better since Quinn has been gone.
And
So
they have.
not,
So
not much to say. I mean, the Raiders again. They can win some games.
Mhm.
They're kind of in the middle there. I really do think they're a year or two still away.
they're actually
From
the
being a
team
contender.
that beat the Chiefs.
Yeah,
And then the
almost did it
second
again.
and then the second game they gave them a game.
Yeah,
So it's like
yeah.
you can beat the best team in the league, and then you lay an egg against the 3-7
You
Falcons.
better watch what you say. We got some Steeler fans might be watching.
Oh, but Chiefs though, even though they've lost one, they're on a tear, dude.
Yeah.
I do say this: if it would come down to the AFC game, I can guarantee the Chiefs would just run all over them.
You better watch what you
I'm
say.
I'm telling you,
We'll
The-
see.
the
the way
Chiefs
Mahomes
are the-
is playing.
If there was if I had to bet on it, I would say the Chiefs. But we're talking Raiders here. But we'll talk about the Chiefs and them later. The Raiders are now 6-5. The Falcons are now 4-7.
Yeah,
Like you said, there's not much to say about them other than the Raiders have the potential to beat the
They
Chiefs,
kind of go back
and
and
then
forth.
they have the potential to lose a game like this.
Well, I guess another thing,
I honestly think the Raiders, they make the playoffs.
they get a first round.
I think they got a chance to beat the Chiefs, but I think if they played somebody else, they'd probably get beat.
Probably.
It's weird.
So could you,
like it doesn't
could
make
you
sense.
see this possibly being, say the Chiefs and the Raiders play and they upset the Chiefs?
It can happen.
No, I think if that happens, I think that's a free reign for probably the Titans or
Little
Steelers.
Pittsburgh, right?
Well,
Yeah,
right in
I
there.
think. Yeah, I don't think they.
I just think they match up well against
They do.
Well,
the
if you,
Chiefs.
you
They know
guys
how to
sit-
play them.
you guys are sitting here kind of about draft time for the Falcons. Where do you go? I mean, because you've seen this team put 40 up, and you've seen this team put up,
I don't think Falcons should. I wouldn't worry about a quarterback right now.
Mhm.
I think Matt Ryan's good enough to win. I think you need help
Right.
defensively right now.
Mhm.
I think that's where you go because, I mean, is Todd Gurley running back? I don't
Yeah.
know. I think you
But
maybe need
I think
somebody
now we're
else.
starting to see you can get what seems to be like, say, we'll use Zeke for example. Zeke was the top, fourth pick, but now you're seeing like Dobbins and Swift and all them. They're getting taken in the second round,
Yeah.
Mhm.
which we're rarely seeing running backs taking the top 10 picks anymore. But I do think they need more defensive help.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do. I guess we'll move on to the next one. Just talking about them a minute ago. The 3-7 Chargers at the 7-3 Bills. I guess we'll start with the Chargers since that's kind of who we were talking about a few minutes ago.
Well, the Bills won the game 27-17.
Yep.
I would say that. But
Oh.
not a shocker.
No, we all kind of took the Bills, but we're on the Chargers side of things. They're 3-8 now, but they're loaded with talent.
Both sides
But
of the ball.
they're not picking number 5 in the draft. Why are you 3-8 with that much talent?
I know too. There was that stat I think we talked about a couple weeks ago where they've only lost
All the
All
games they lost was
within within single digits.
There's a lot of rumors going on that maybe Anthony Lynn's not the coach for him. Maybe they need to bring somebody else in.
Yeah, because they have the
Some questionable play calling too.
Now, here's a question. Talking about the Chargers, we talked about this I think last week. Could this be an option if Belichick were to leave?
yes.
Could be a good option.
Belichick could take that team and he'd have them playoff ready within a
Especially
year.
with that
Yeah,
defense. Bosa,
Because
Derwin James.
They're loaded with
Murray.
talent on offense. They've got a young quarterback in Justin Herbert that is close to posting rookie records
Mhm.
if he continues his pace. So,
And he's doing all that on a losing team.
right.
Which is
So,
weird because you think that, I mean, look at difference. You have Herbert and you got Burrow, which
Mhm.
Burrow was kind of neck, I think, with Herbert, but he was a little underneath
mhm.
on some of the stuff, but it's weird.
It's
Being
very
that
weird.
stack of a team.
Like you said, it's just the single losing all those games by single digits. It just shows you that they're a competitive team, but they're just haven't went over the hump yet.
I think they need a coaching change and they
Mhm.
need somebody in there that can help that offense.
Now,
I
could
can
you
agree
see
to that.
somebody from maybe the Chiefs end up leaving?
Oh, maybe
That's possible.
that's very possible.
It'd be a good spot for them.
On the flip side, the Bills, they're now 8-3 for the first time since like the 90s, I believe. Very good, very good record. They're pretty much, I don't want to say coasting through the AFC East, but
Yeah, they've had losses here and there.
yeah, they've had a few losses,
There's been a few games that
but
they're like, I don't know.
it's a pretty confident hold on the AFC East. Is
Yeah.
kind of what I'm getting
Yeah,
at.
yeah.
I don't really see anyone else except the Bills winning this at this point, unless if something crazy happens.
I never would have thought Josh Allen would be playing as good as he has. I
Mhm.
mean,
I think
when he got drafted, I don't think anybody really thought he was going to do much.
I think the biggest thing is they went out and got Diggs,
Yeah.
Cole
Mhm,
Beasley.
They got him a little
They
bit of
went-
help,
They went and got veteran receivers
Yep.
that can help your quarterback grow.
and then look at what it's happened.
Yeah.
They, like I said, their defense is
It's-
good,
It
but
could be
not
better.
great. It could be better, but I mean, like I said, Josh Allen, the team as a whole
Mhm.
is good. I'm pretty confident that they're going to be the ones that take the
Oh,
the
yeah.
AFC East.
I would think so.
I guess moving on to the next one, we got a lot of games to get through here.
Yeah.
The 3-7 Giants at the 2-7-1 Bengals. The Giants won 19-17, so that was a pretty good game there.
Mhm.
It was, and Daniel
Um,
Jones is kind of hurt now, so they don't know if he's going to play this week.
Yep.
He has a chance, but he didn't practice today. I read that earlier.
Mhm.
So if they don't have him, I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah.
Kind of like with the Bengals. No Burrow.
I wouldn't be shocked if they don't win a game the rest of the year.
Yeah. The Giants are 4-7 now,
Mm-hmm.
and they lead the NFC East from what I've seen.
One of the other tied up with the
Yeah, they're tied up with the football
Football
team,
team.
but they have the tiebreaker over them.
Mm-hmm.
The Bengals are now 2-8-1. So, like you said, I don't see them really winning many more games
not
either.
with Burrow out.
Not with Burrow out. There's nothing else really to say about this
No.
game, so I guess we'll move it along.
Next one, we got the
No, we're going to talk Colts.
Yeah, this guy wanted to
Colts.
talk Colts.
got the 7-3 Titans and the 7-3 Colts. Titans won 45-26. What's your guys' takeaway on that?
Uh-oh.
Hollywood Brown.
Yeah, touchdown Ravens. It's 19-13 now with 3 minutes to play. The Titan side of things, oh man, they are in sole possession of the AFC South now. This right here was kind of because these are the two leaders, the Titans and Colts, and the Titans really showed us who is the true leader of this division. It became a blowout late. It was a good game early on.
I will say,
became a
though,
blowout.
if it all depends on Derrick Henry, because if Derrick Henry's not in there or he's hurt,
This Titans.
they're not going to be playing well.
Now, kind of like what we saw in the playoffs, though, do you think that Henry can carry this team to the Super Bowl?
You're going to have more than Henry.
Honestly, I don't know.
But if Henry can at least be moderate, and that opens up the play action, I could see him upsetting the Steelers or upsetting the Chiefs. I don't know about upsetting both,
No.
but maybe one or the other. I don't think they'll go all the way, though.
I think the biggest liability there would be the defense of the Titans, because I don't think that defense can hold up like with the Raiders, what they do with the Chiefs.
Right.
They kind of.
I think on the Colts side of things,
they're still a strong
it's-
contender. They're 7-4 now. Titans are 8-3.
I think they would be a lot better if Phillip Rivers wasn't the quarterback, to be honest with you. I think
Rivers
he makes a lot
some-
of mistakes, and for some reason the last few weeks they haven't been able to run the ball very good.
Mhm.
They've been struggling with running.
Well, another thing too for the Colts is I know a lot of teams do it, but it seems like there's not really a clear cut starter. You got Jonathan Taylor, and then you have more of your passing, like your James White kind of back with Hines. Seems like they're kind of having issues. I'd say trying to figure out how to work them both in. And then like Rivers.
I mean, he's done good enough to get him, to
Right,
7-4.
They're 7-4.
But he's just never been that guy, man.
Like one thing I think of, I would like to see what this team would have been if Luck would have stayed.
Oh, me too, man. Me too.
I could see this being a 10-6, 11-5 team.
Because even Rivers in his prime had good players,
Mhm.
and they didn't really do anything.
Yeah.
I mean, I think he's just they need somebody else. It probably would be a good idea. I don't think Brissett's the guy. I think they should probably draft somebody.
I'm guessing that'd be the next logical step as well. But talking about the Rivers thing, even last year with the Chargers, Herbert is 3-8 right now with the Chargers. But even last year with Rivers, they're a veteran quarterback.
Yeah.
Still didn't do much. So I mean,
Yeah. I don't know.
they had a losing record with Rivers last year. But I mean, Rivers goes. I think this was a fresh start for Rivers.
Yeah.
I like it, but like you said, I don't think it's enough to get him.
I think
over
the first so many games, I think he played really well, and now I think the past few games he seems to be coming
as
back
the
up.
season drags on, right? Well, I mean, Titans are 8-3, Colts are 7-4. The AFC South is not over yet because anything can happen. It's a tight division there, but the Titans do have a hold, a pretty confident hold on that division.
Then going into the next one, we have 7-3 Browns and the 1-9 Jags. Browns won 27-25.
This game was a lot closer than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, I thought the Browns should have clear cut won this game, but no, it was a
Again, this
really close
game. I'm going to go back and say the same thing I said about the Colts, about the Browns. I don't think Baker Mayfield
Is the
is
guy.
the quarterback for that team.
Mhm.
If you watch those games, they run the ball well with Chubb and Hunt,
Mhm.
but Mayfield's just not.
He holds the ball too
He
long.
holds it too long. He
He's-
tries to make plays that he really can't make.
He doesn't make quick reads.
Well,
He-
I was gonna say that's another one. That is one thing that they've always nagged. He's a one cut guy. He's not good at looking through his second and third
Yeah.
reads.
Mhm.
I mean, really, like you said too, with the way that they run the ball, that should open up your play action.
Yeah.
Right.
So they could
'Cause
be
they have
another
a good running
team
game.
that's. I mean, because he's got another year left maybe,
Mhm.
Yeah,
See
and
what
then
they
his
do after
extension will be up.
Browns are 8-3 officially. The Jaguars fall to 1-10. Like you said earlier, the Jaguars are number 2 on the draft order. I don't think that's really going to change.
No.
Maybe it'll change with the Bengals. I think the Jets are going to be.
And I think the
line.
Jags will get what they
But-
need and take a quarterback.
Now,
I think so too.
What was it? Glennon, right? Glennon, I think I read is going to be getting his second consecutive start.
He didn't look too bad.
Now, the way the Jags are playing, do you guys think it's kind of odd because this was a close game, and so was the Packers game a couple weeks ago.
No.
They're playing these teams to a T. When
Right, but
they're
they're not
trading away
winning.
a lot of assets on the defensive side.
No.
Mhm. But they're still competing, is what you're saying. I think they're more than a quarterback away, though. I think you're right. I think they might take a quarterback.
I think they need some
But,
defensive help.
yeah, I think
they do
they're-
have some young receivers. They've got James Robinson's
He's
really
actually
good.
picking it up.
Maybe some O-line help. Defense definitely.
Mhm.
But see, they're another team. They just fired their GM, right?
Mhm.
Yeah. So, and I'd imagine the coach will be fired probably before too long as well.
Right.
Now, do you think, obviously, the big clear cut there is probably going to be Justin Fields?
Mhm.
I think so because he's going
Because
to be.
Lawrence is going to be off the board unless if he says something along
Like
the lines of
Eli.
"I'm not playing."
Unless
for
they
the
go Zach
Jets.
Wilson because he's going to be the third guy probably now too. So
Now, if you're there,
it depends on every year. It seems like somebody takes a quarterback that you don't think is going to be
Mhm.
like Trubisky. Who saw that one?
Right. Trubisky went ahead of
Nobody-
Mahomes.
and Watson,
Yeah.
they traded up. They
Insane.
traded up to get him too.
So you never know.
Insane.
Now, do you think though Justin Fields would be the guy you pick? Out of all three, obviously, what Lawrence is probably your clear cut.
Anybody's going to take Lawrence. I like Wilson, man. I think Wilson looks really good.
I think the only thing that nags Fields is obviously I think he's the best passer that Ohio State's had, but those quarterbacks do not translate in the NFL,
Mhm.
especially Urban Meyer.
That's true.
There's always going to be somebody that's going to break that mold, though. You know
Mhm.
what I
There
mean?
has to be. I guess we'll move on to the next one. This is yours. The 4-7 Panthers at the 4-6 Vikings.
Vikings won it
Have it
28-27.
in a nail biter.
It's happening with Cousins, man. He's playing really well. I got a lot of shit on Facebook. I don't know if you saw that
Yeah.
about how I think we should get rid of Cousins.
Mhm.
He's putting up numbers these past 4 games, but my problem is I'm not sold that he's the guy, man.
Mhm.
He can get you to the playoffs, but are you going to win a Super Bowl with him?
He's kind of like
Right.
I just don't see it.
he's that. I like what how to say it. What Tony Romo,
Mhm.
Phillip Rivers.
He's going to put up the numbers. He's going to have some excitement. He's going to win you some games, but he's not going to take you deep in the playoffs.
Now here I'll go this far. I know we've said this before, kind of. Do you think it's Cousins, or do you think it's the coach? Because we've had like the Jason Garrett,
It's got to be a mixture.
Marvin Lewis.
It's a mixture.
But he's on a tear, man. I mean, he's playing really well.
Mhm.
And, it helps when you got Justin Jefferson and
Mhm.
Adam Thielen. Now, they didn't have Thielen this week, but
But I think the biggest one for you guys though is if Cook's not. Now, if Cooks gets hurt, I think it.
which he almost did.
Mhm. Yeah, of course.
Then
I was
think it
worried.
goes-
But
then I think it goes the other way.
But they got a chance to make the playoffs. Like I said earlier, I said I want them to tank, but obviously that's not happening now.
Yeah.
They're going to end up in the middle somewhere. And they're only a game back from Arizona,
So
that last spot.
that brings the Vikings to 5-6, and that drops the Panthers to 4-8. Now, let's talk about the Panthers real quick. What do you guys think about them? It was a good game.
They're not real bad. I mean,
I think they're
on the
a year or two away.
Mm-hmm.
And especially another thing too, that
They're being competitive.
They're being competitive, and they don't have McCaffrey's not been playing.
Yeah,
I mean they
think about that.
They were a field goal away from winning the game.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and he hit that pass down to about midfield, and they hit another pass or so, but it was a long field goal, and he just kind of hooked it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, they technically, if he would have been able to make that field goal, but it was a little too long as well.
Yeah.
But
Talk about field goals. How about the next game we got coming up?
well, what I wanted to say, the last thing about the Vikings here, they're 5-6, but they're actually in position for a playoff spot, aren't they?
They're one game behind Arizona.
You'd be leading the NFC.
Arizona is 6-5.
Yeah, so you go from 5 weeks ago talk about let's tank,
Yeah.
and now you're 5-6. Ooh.
And they play the Jaguars this week.
So I'm telling you, you guys
could be
are on the
close.
verge of a playoff spot here.
Yeah.
I mean, you wanted them to tank, but now you're wanting them to win. Like, what? This is a roller coaster this year, man.
It's hard, man. But my problem is, I feel like even if they do make the playoffs, they're not going to go far.
First round exit, unless it's the Saints.
That's true.
Hey, I don't know if you can say that now. They got Hills the starter.
Yeah,
right now.
yeah. Hill might dominate you
We'll
guys.
see. But all in all, I mean, I know Thielen's back this week, so see what happens.
So the next one up is the 6-4 Cardinals at the 4-6 Patriots. The Patriots won 20-17. The Cardinals are now 6-5. The Patriots are 5-6.
Mm-hmm.
So
Cardinals kind of baffle me.
yeah, I think we all kind of jumped on the Cardinals bandwagon.
They've
here,
had some
and
exciting
then-
games. They remind me of the Raiders
Mhm.
this year.
They're good, but they're still a
beating some
little.
of these good teams, but then they lose some of these games,
Yep.
and you're like, what are they doing? I
Mhm.
don't know.
I agree with you there.
I think one of the things too is you got a rookie quarterback. Belichick always fares well versus rookie quarterbacks. You know,
Mhm.
well, Murray,
Young, second year,
second year,
but young quarterbacks.
inexperienced.
Correct. But yeah, I think as far as Cardinals side, I think Kyler is the real deal.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's your next Russell Wilson
Yeah.
hybrid type quarterback, and I think he's going to succeed for a long time as long as he keeps it hybrid and he makes sure that the arm is there as well, because you don't want to be all legs, because a lot of quarterbacks, Vic,
Look at
Lamar,
RG3.
RG3, they don't last long if you're only using legs. You have to have the arm talent too, and I believe Kyler has that.
No.
On the flip side, like you said, the Patriots, Belichick usually succeeds against inexperienced quarterbacks, and it showed up here. And
what was
Cam Newton is their quarterback, so
what was his stats?
I don't.
he had 2 interceptions, no touchdowns,
if
and
I
only
can
like
find it.
80-something yards.
Yeah, I mean,
He played terrible, and they still won the game.
Let me see if I can find it.
But
And you got to think too. The Patriots, a lot of their defensive players opted out this year.
so yeah, this
Were they
Patriots
hurt?
team, Belichick is working with working with a lot less than he has in the past so many years. So
And we'll get on to that other guy that played quarterback for him in a little while.
but I mean, there's not really else much to say about it. This was kind of a middle of the pack game
Yeah.
here,
4th and inches, fellas.
So yeah, 4th and inches on the live game here, Pittsburgh.
Woo!
Yeah, the Pittsburgh's keeping their offense up there.
57 seconds left. Holy crap! I think they just kicked the ball off to him, but
Oh, did they?
No, I said you think they would, but I guess we'll move on to the next game. We had the 6-4 Dolphins at the 0-10 Jets.
So the
It was
highlight,
a return of Sam Darnold.
highlight of this: the Jets scored 3 points again with Darnold.
I'm starting to wonder if it's Darnold.
Mm-hmm.
Flacco.
I didn't think
Because
that.
Flacco came in there and put up
Yeah.
some points.
They were being competitive a little bit there for a little while, and now he's back and they score a field goal.
So
Mhm.
Jets news. Other than that, Flacco's your quarterback. He needs to be.
Yeah. I
They're
can see that.
definitely taking Trevor
The
Lawrence.
best thing I think they could do, I would trade Darnold.
Get some.
I would keep Flacco. Hear me out. I would if you're able to draft Lawrence, I would have Lawrence sit behind Flacco.
For a year.
Or at least 6
one.
Really,
games.
you don't think
Right.
he's ready just to come in there and play?
I wouldn't do it. I'd at least give him a couple games
It
like
just-
Herbert had, Mahomes had. It seems like it just Tua. I don't know what it
It
is.
works better if you let them sit and view the game
Because
from
really,
the bench, at least.
But I think this year would have been a lot better if they would have had a preseason.
Mhm.
Yep, I agree
You know,
with you
I mean,
there.
just this year was weird because it just you got thrown right in if you were a rookie,
Mhm.
and I don't know. But the Jets are the Jets. How Adam Gase
Yeah.
has a job, I have no
don't know.
freaking idea. They came out a few weeks ago and said, "Oh, he's our guy. He's going to change this franchise around." It's, like,
It's not
what is
happening
he
yet.
doing?
So
He's won a
the
game.
Jets have officially dropped to 0-11. The Dolphins are now 7-4.
now
So
on the flip side with the Dolphins, what do you guys think? I know Tua kind of was a little hurt. What do you think about them going back and forth with Tua and Fitzpatrick?
I mean,
What do you think?
you have to
about
have one guy and stick with it.
Yeah.
Is my thing, but
Well, what we've seen this year so far is
We're
they
not
can
coaches,
win
so-
with either one of them.
Right.
It looks like so, and they're two totally different styles of play.
Now, if you guys are coaching the Dolphins, who do you want?
You're going to want Tua. You're going to want your younger
Tua's
guy.
your.
I like
franchise.
Fitzmagic, man. Don't get me wrong, but he's a good guy to have on your team, though,
Oh yeah,
because you know he's going to win some games for you.
maybe Fitzmagic to the Jaguars.
There you go.
I think
The
Fitzmagic.
beard and the stash.
Now, you want to know where I think he needs to go? I don't like saying it, but I think Fitzpatrick would be pretty good in the Browns.
Ooh, or New England.
No,
I wonder what Belichick could do with Fitzpatrick in New England. Anyways, we're kind of rambling here.
Yeah, we are.
Dolphins are 7-4. Jets are 0-11. That finishes the Sunday 1:00 games. Moving on to the Sunday late 4 p.m. games. We've got 3 of those. The 8-2 Saints at the 4-6 Broncos. The Saints won this game 31-3. The Saints are now 9-2. The Broncos are now 4-7.
in all fairness, the Broncos
Yes.
had no quarterbacks.
Yep.
Literally.
All their quarterbacks were out
No,
with COVID.
Quarterback.
Their quarterback was a wide receiver
From
that
the
had last
practice squad.
yeah
That
that
played
had last
college
played
7
quarter-
years ago or something.
Yeah, last played quarterback so many years ago. So
Not much to say about
yeah,
that
not
game.
much to say there.
I think the Jets would have won that game if the Jets would have
Yeah,
played it.
the
to be
Jets
honest
probably
with you.
could. You never know. It might have been a 3-3 tie, but
3-3 tie, double overtime.
or the Broncos would have pulled it out. But
Oh. Pittsburgh officially won
Yeah.
this game.
So
19-14.
Pittsburgh is 11-0, but we'll talk about that at the
Yeah.
tail end here. But anyway, Saints are 9-2 now. Taysom Hill looked pretty good. He had a couple rushing touchdowns. Stats were middle of the pack, but he didn't really need to
Yeah.
throw it a whole bunch. You know, they relied on the ground game, and the ground game got them
No.
where they needed to be. Now the Broncos, that quarterback Hinton, or
I can't remember what the hell his name was.
I can't remember what his name is,
Yeah.
but the quarterback for the Broncos had more interceptions than completions. So that was a
I
little.
feel bad for the
Yeah,
guy,
I
man.
felt bad for him too, but I thought that was kind of funny. That
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think
more
really,
interceptions than
you're
completions.
walking in there and your expectations are real low.
No,
So, you know, oh my God, if he actually wins this game, well, great.
I was shocked. I was like, yeah, they should just forfeit the game. It's not gonna
Well,
go.
to cap it off, is the Broncos tried getting one of their assistant coaches to play
Yeah,
quarterback.
yeah, they tried. Oh, that was weird
They should
too.
have brought Elway down, man.
But
Von Miller, I don't need my ankle.
the Saints are now in control of the NFC South.
Yep.
So they're 9-2, pretty good lead in the
Yeah.
division there. We'll move on to the next one. The 4-6 49ers at the 7-3 Rams. This one was a shocker.
Yeah.
To me.
I was shocked too.
49ers won it 23-20
Robbie Gold.
with a bundle of injuries on the 49ers side.
That's the
That's kind of why we all took the Rams. We were thinking,
Yeah.
well, the 49ers are
They've been hurt all year.
injured. They're hurt all year. Somehow they pulled this one out.
See, the Rams do this too,
Mhm.
They're
where they'll lose to teams that you think.
Right.
Yeah, it's
I
weird.
agree.
They're so back and forth too.
So the 49ers are now 5-6, kind of right there where the Vikings are, and the Rams are 7-4. So that's still kind of a battle there
Yeah.
in the NFC West. So
Probably about all to say about that.
That's
one.
all I say about
there's not
I
much
don't have much else to say.
Nah.
Like you said, the Rams have a game.
Yeah.
They lay an egg once in a while.
Jared Goff didn't play very well that game.
Now it's going to be the game.
This is the one that
The game.
everyone was hyped up on. The 9-1 Chiefs at the 7-4 Buccaneers.
This score does not reflect how the game went.
No, no, it doesn't.
Chiefs won 27-24. Let's just put it. Tyreek Hill had over 200 yards receiving in the first quarter. 2 touchdowns.
But he only ended up with like 270 or 269.
Yeah, he didn't do much after that.
But it's like, after he had that 200 yards,
You're sitting there like he's probably going to break the record.
yeah, I was thinking, I was Googling
Flipper.
what's the record? That's 336 yards. I'm thinking you got 203 in the first quarter. You get another, 100 between the second and third quarter. I mean, I was really thinking he had a shot at breaking that record. But then he just didn't do much.
Really thinking about it. Could we end up eventually sometime down the road seeing some guy catch 400 yards in a game?
At least 350.
Start putting up bad numbers.
You have to hit 350
One
at
day.
least.
One day.
Flipper hit 336.
I think we looked it up too because we were curious. Fantasy wise, I think the best games have been recorded from Jerry Rice. He had 13 catches, 225 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Damn.
Can you imagine
Yeah.
that? Fantasy gold right there.
Yeah, that would be awesome if you're in a fantasy league.
What's Big Ben doing down there?
But
Yeah, they got the win.
But the game to me kind of went the way I thought it was going to. I'm not sold on the Buccaneers, man.
That was it.
No.
Bruce Arians.
And Brady, did he throw a couple more picks?
Two I know of.
I mean, I don't know. And then we're talking about Arians came out and called him out again. I don't know if it's meshing. I don't know if.
Do you think that Arians calls Brady out just because it's Brady?
Probably.
I think
just
he'd
'cause
call.
Brady
I think
could take
I
it.
think he'd call anybody out. I just think that's how Arians is.
Yeah.
He's gonna tell it like it is. He doesn't care about
Now-
your feelings.
This is what I kind of feel like is going to happen. They make the playoffs probably. I could honestly see them getting rid of Arians, and keeping Brady there.
They probably will.
Yeah. I could see
But
that.
how much longer is Brady gonna play? I
I don't
mean,
know.
he's what 42,
Mhm.
and he's already showing signs that.
Of decline. Mhm.
Really, that'd be a good spot for a rookie quarterback to go in there and learn.
Yeah, that's true. Get somebody underneath Brady with the understanding that you're going to sit under Brady for a year or two, but then it's going to be your job.
I mean, you have Evans, you have good.
Like I said, this year's draft class, there's a lot of quarterbacks,
Mhm.
even in the later rounds, that they say could be pretty decent. So
Hell, I always go back
sometimes you
to
just got to take a chance.
Romo was undrafted. Dak was a 4th rounder. Brady was a 6th rounder.
Yeah.
You don't have to
Well-
have the number 1 Lawrence. You can find your guy.
You should
in-
all.
in-
I think
in a
you should.
different
I think
round.
every year you should always draft a quarterback.
You
somewhere in
never
that
know
draft.
how he's going to play.
You know, one
I
thing.
agree.
You could always trade him away too. Like
One thing thinking about it, I think you're better off not taking a first-round quarterback. It seems like if you really think about all these big names,
Build your team around first.
Yeah.
well, it
And
depends.
then
It depends on who you are because
Right.
sometimes
You need the
I'm
quarterback.
trying to think of a team that maybe
Colts. Peyton Manning, number
Yeah.
1 overall.
like say
But,
you guys don't have the number 1 pick
mhm.
or a top 2 pick, but say Dak was leaving and you
Mhm.
had that record.
I
I
know.
would pick a quarterback.
Now,
You've got a team.
Right. I see
Yeah,
what you're
no.
saying.
Now,
You're saying it's
if you have
situational.
a team in place,
Right. Situational.
Now, to me, if you're the Jets,
There
No,
you need more than
the
a quarterback.
Jags, I think they should
they,
because they've got receivers,
and
they've
they
got
have
a running back.
They need
Mhm.
lineman help, which
Yeah,
to me, I think especially with this draft class is going to be kind of weird, depending on who wants a quarterback. Because I think
Yeah.
we'll at least see one team that we don't really suspect. Like I'd even say maybe the Colts.
but it's
Dude,
hard. But it's
the-
hard to not
the
to turn
Pack-
down Lawrence.
The
though.
Packers took Jordan Love.
Yeah, and he's still in
And-
third
and so
string.
that was a shocker to me.
I think
Just
that
the
might.
fact that you still have Rodgers there.
I think that was a mistake a little bit though
Mhm.
because
They could
They
have
should have
CeeDee
took
Lamb. They could
a
have had
receiver.
now really.
and their defense is
I
hurting
know.
a little too. So.
Like you said, I think really they could have picked somewhere else, and they could have just got a guy in the later
Mhm.
rounds, Jalen Hurst,
Yeah.
a guy that can slowly start learning behind Rodgers. Really, I think
Right.
wasting a first round pick wasn't the best idea.
I agree. We'll talk about the Packers next, but the Chiefs are now 10-1. The Buccaneers are 7-5. They've fallen a little bit behind in the NFC South there. So that wraps up the Sunday late. On to the Sunday night game. The 5-5 Bears at the 7-3 Packers.
This game,
It was the return
Yes.
of Mitch Trubisky, and
Yep.
did it help?
No.
No.
Packers won 41-25. The Bears are who we thought they were. They looked real good early on in the season, jumping out to a record with only one loss,
Yep.
and now they're 5-6.
I honestly think before too long, this happened last year a little bit too.
Have flashes.
I think the defense is going to start getting pretty frustrated because
the
the defense is playing good, but after a while they're like, what else can we do?
I know.
Yeah.
I know. We watched the game. I can't remember how many turnovers there were because I knew Trubisky threw one in the back of the end zone, and I think there was a fumble that got returned. So there's 14 points.
Mhm.
So you take 14 off of that, it's a 20. It's a field goal game.
Yeah.
Right. Yep.
I wonder what the stats are on that game.
But I don't think Foles is your guy. I don't think Trubisky's your guy.
I'm with there. The Bears are a team they have enough on the defense.
Yeah.
Like you said, they have at least one receiver.
But
They
the
did
issue-
have a good ass running back with Matt Forte, but I think he's gone now.
But what puts them in a bad
Right.
situation right now is you're wasting that defense, and by the time you do get a quarterback,
Yep.
those players are going to leave.
Exactly.
And then you're not going to have that defense anymore.
Yes.
So,
So you actually had on that. The Bears turned the ball over 3 times,
Yep.
and the Packers never did.
So there you go. That's 21 points. 41 minus 21. There you go. That's
I know you guys were talking about it. Eddie Jackson's going to leave.
yeah, you
Khalil-
can't afford all those.
Khalil
people.
Mack. Why keep Khalil Mack?
mhm.
I'm honest. You're going to have to put more. Really, I don't think Allen Robinson will be there next year.
Yeah.
And they're hurting on their offensive line now too.
Mhm.
So,
So-
I mean, there's a lot of holes
Yeah.
now for a team that's
Yeah, Bears
5
side
and
the
6
same.
now.
Yeah, they're 5-6 now. The Packers are 8-3. They're in the thick of things for the Saints are 9-2. Packers are 8-3.
and they put up 41 points on
So-
that defense. So
The Packers'
Mhm.
biggest thing is to run defense.
Yep.
Even
Yeah.
we start. I mean,
The Packers are beatable, but they do have Rodgers, and they have some good company surrounding Rodgers.
Initially, at least for me, the first drive, you saw the Bears like, oh man, this might be a game. They were actually running the ball on them, and then they turned the ball over after that. So
Right.
the Bears' run game is not that good right now, though, either. That's another problem they've got.
So that was your Sunday night game. Nothing else really to
Yeah.
say about that one. Packers are who they are, and Bears are who we thought they were.
actually, real quick, go
Oh.
back to
One last thing.
the Mahomes.
Oh,
I sent this out. We were talking about it. Most games with 400 passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns, and 0 interceptions. Breeze is 9, 284 games. Brady's got 5 for 297. Manning's got 5 for 266. Aaron Rodgers has got 4 for 192. Big Ben's got 4 for 228. And then Mahomes. 42 games played.
he's gonna be good.
So
He's already good, but he's gonna be record-breaking good.
So he's tied with Rodgers, and Rodgers has got 50 more or 150 more games.
Yep.
Jeez.
Mahomes is a beast, dude. Moving on to the Monday night game, the 7-3 Seahawks at the 3-6-1 Eagles. It kind of went how I thought it would. Seattle won 23-17. The Battle of the Birds,
Jim Schwartz came out and said DK Metcalf, he's not Calvin.
and Metcalf went off.
Yeah.
173 yards.
Mm-hmm.
Seahawks are now 8-3. The Eagles are now 3-7-1. I'm telling you, man, the NFC East is still there for the Cowboys.
Don't give up.
And that's
Don't give up, man. But
on,
I don't see it happening for the Cowboys.
on the
but-
Eagles side, that Wentz is just no.
Well, I saw.
They brought Hurts in for some plays.
I know debating on the way it plays. Like from what I read, the GM supposedly said depending on the way Wentz plays this game, could decide if Hurts ends up taking over.
Mhm. Yep.
Which the season,
From what I've seen from
He's-
Hurts, he doesn't look that great, but hell, you might as well give him a chance. The problem is
Right.
that division is still up for grabs.
Yep, I'm with you.
And it probably will be the entire rest of the season.
I agree.
So,
So there's one last game, tonight's game that just finished up a few minutes ago. The 6-4 Ravens at the 10-0 Steelers. We all took the Ravens, but we were all kind of thinking that the starters would play, but then that didn't happen.
No.
So we're not going to change our picks. We're just going to stick with it.
no.
The Ravens did lose 19-14. The Steelers won. The Steelers are now 11-0. The Ravens are now 6-5. What do you think, Jordan?
I think it would have been a different game if we had all of our starters.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back to it from just watching it. RG3 looked kind of rough.
Mm-hmm.
I think we would have won this game if we would have had Trace McSorley in the whole game.
Right.
He's younger and he's got the mobility. I know we're starting to see now. We always talk about these statue quarterbacks that hold the ball for too long. It's a thing of the past. You got to be able to run, it seems like, nowadays.
They kept it close, though. I mean, the game was
Yeah,
close.
it was close. Now, if they were to have their starters in,
I think the Ravens
could
would
have
have pulled
won.
this one.
I
out.
think the Ravens, because it was 19-14 with a load of backups.
Second and third string.
But- Second, third stringers.
But did the Steelers go into this game thinking, we're not really going to
Right.
prepare as hard as we would have?
right.
You know, I don't know.
See, and that's one
Teams
of the,
do that. And
that's one of
Because
the,
they don't want to show you their playoff mode. They don't want to
Yeah.
give away too much in case they have to face the Ravens in the playoffs.
well, that's my thing too. Is I know we've kind of talked about it.
Are the Ravens doing a little of that this year? I don't know why. I mean, you guys are 6-5
Well, I think
now.
we're at the point now where we really can't be doing that.
Right, you
I mean,
have to
honestly.
you have to let it go
So
full on. All right, we'll
Hold
get
on
into
there,
it.
hold
Oh,
on
you,
there, little fella.
you getting yours all dialed in here?
Pack his bag. I got it. Okay, so I was in last place, I'm sure again. So I went 8 and
There were 16 games, so
I went 8-8.
so you went 8-8. What's your overall?
500 this week.
Woo!
Another week at 500.
So I am 97 and 81.
Is anybody still watching us out there?
Yeah, it looks like there's one.
One,
There's
we
a
got
little,
one viewer.
One.
little person
Is that
symbol.
Is that Grundell's 420?
Or it's actually
What up, brother?
one or the other.
What up?
I went 11-5, so I guess I'm second place on the overall tier. I went 11-5 as well as you.
Yep, I went 11 and 5.
I'm 110-67 overall.
I'm 113 over 64, so I'm only 3 games up on
Yeah,
you.
only 3 games up.
You
I'm
could
right
take
there.
the lead here one of these weeks.
Yeah, but we keep calling. I mean, we both went 11-5. So as long as you keep neck and neck with
Oh,
me,
guys.
you'll.
Problem is, if you get
Maintain
too
the lead.
crazy, though,
I know.
it's not going to help you anyway.
Yeah, you got me by 16 games.
Yeah,
So guess what? You know what's gonna happen? I'm gonna pick every game this week different than them.
just to do it.
I wouldn't do that.
No, I wouldn't do that. You got to be 80% logical with 20% upset.
20%.
That's what my
Not
mind
20%.
says.
I got nothing to lose.
So I guess we'll go into week 13.
No Thursday.
This is the last week for anybody on a bye. So Buccaneers and Panthers are the only 2 teams on a bye. No Thursday night game because it was supposed to be the Cowboys and Ravens. That's getting moved to Tuesday.
Since this game was played Wednesday.
So
The Steelers Ravens played
Yeah.
tonight. So it's getting all fucked up, man.
before I do that, what are the records of the Ravens and Steelers here?
5-6, or no, 6-5 Ravens.
6-5 and 11-0, right?
Correct.
Okay. All righty. I guess we start with the
Yep.
early games on Sunday.
Yep.
9-2 Saints at the 4-7 Falcons.
9-2 Saints.
You know, really, this one's kind of hard.
Is it going to be Taysom Hill still going to be playing, right?
Yeah,
So-
but if you think about it, what if
But the Falcons just beat the Raiders.
the
They're
Falcons
on-
put up another 35, 40 points? I don't think the Saints will put that many up.
I don't think so either, but I'm going Saints. You guys make a pick.
You know what? I'm going to go Falcons.
Mhm.
I'm going for a little bit of an upset. It's a divisional game.
True.
Can Taysom Hill You know, because Julio Jones will probably be back.
I'm gonna go Falcons.
Okay. That's starting different already, bud.
So we got the 4-7 Lions and the 5-6 Bears.
I'm gonna go with the Bears on this one.
I'm going Lions. Trubisky's gonna be the quarterback.
I'm going Lions too because there's going to be a new coach.
Yeah.
Man, I'm the one taking all the different ones so far.
Well, it seems like every time that a coach gets fired, they end up winning that next
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, true. That's true.
Next one, we got the 7-4 Colts and the 4-7 Texans.
I gotta go with my Colts.
You know, I would have picked.
I'm almost.
I would.
What do I want to pick upsets here this week?
My thing is, I feel like I'd be more confident picking the Texans if Fuller wasn't suspended.
That's right. I forgot about that. I'm picking Colts. If Will Fuller was there, I might pick the
Do
Texans.
you really think so, though? Because I think Watson can get him out of the hole.
Yeah, possible.
Yeah.
I'm going Texans.
Okay.
Next one, we got the 2-8-1 Bengals and the 7-4 Dolphins.
It's the Dolphins.
Yeah.
I agree.
Dolphins.
Bengals don't have a quarterback.
I'm with you.
Next one, we got the 1-10 Jags and the 5-6 Vikings.
Skull
Yeah,
Vikings.
Skull Vikings.
Don't even do it. You're thinking about it, aren't
Yeah, but
you? Who's the quarterback?
Like I
What?
said, 80% logic
Yeah.
and then 20% upset.
Now-
You
now-
can't.
It's true.
now here's the thing, though.
You can't go off logic
You guys won
too
last
much.
week. You guys should win this week, but what'd you say? You guys end up dropping these games that are winnable.
We've already done that this year, though.
There's room for one more.
Oh,
I'm gonna go with Vikings.
yeah. Wasted our time.
Next one, we got the 6-5 Raiders. And the
Yeah.
11
You're not gonna pick the Jets this week,
Am
are
I
you?
gonna do it? Am I gonna pick the Jets? No.
Raiders.
I'm gonna go Raiders. I don't think the Raiders will fall apart 2 weeks in a row.
I'm going Jets.
What?
Seriously? He's gonna take the Jets every week until they win.
I'm telling you.
Wow. They're gonna kick a field
We'll
goal.
give you one opportunity to change that.
Okay, I'm gonna go Raiders. Anyways, we got the 8-3 Browns and the 8-3 Titans.
Ooh,
this is gonna be good.
Yeah, this looks like a good matchup here.
I'm going Titans.
I'm gonna go Titans as well with Jordan.
I don't think Baker can get him out over the hump. So
You,
that,
you know what? I'm going Browns.
Oh,
I'm going Browns. I think they run the ball on the Titans
So-
defense.
you guys have picked 3 games different.
The
Yeah,
so-
this is a good week.
The,
here. We're
the
mixing it
Browns
up a lot.
defense is actually pretty good. So if they can stop Henry,
So-
we'll see.
We're gonna go to the Sunday lates. We got the 7-4 Rams and the 6-5 Cardinals. So pretty much we got 2 teams that are,
Kind of right
Kind of
there.
the same.
and they can both lose to
Right.
who you think would be a winnable
Uh,
game.
I'm gonna go Cardinals. I just have a gut feeling. I could see it going either way, though.
I'm gonna go Cardinals too. But it wouldn't shock me if Rams win.
I'm with you there. It would not shock me. And they probably could.
Cardinals have had a couple rough games, so I think
Knowing our luck, we
I'm gonna
went
go-
11-5 last.
I'm gonna
year.
go Rams.
We're gonna lose about 5
Next
days.
one we got the 4-7 Giants and then the 8-3 Seahawks. I don't think there's a question.
there's
Yeah,
no question.
I'm
And
taking-
Daniel Jones isn't going to be playing maybe.
Oh,
so.
geez, it's not like he's their savior.
Well, no, but I'm just saying. I mean, they don't have a chance if.
Next one. Oh, this is another good one. 3-7-1 Eagles and the 8-3 Packers.
I got to be logical. It's going to be the
Packers.
Packers here. Down the Eagles go, hopefully, and that'll open up for the Cowboys.
What about this next game? We talked about this earlier.
5-6 Patriots and the 3-8 Chargers.
Like, could Belichick go to the Chargers?
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
I'm going to go Patriots. The Patriots just winning that other one tight. I don't know.
I'm gonna go Chargers.
The
too.
way that Newton just played, that defense on the Chargers is a whole lot better.
Yeah.
That's fine.
So that rounds out the late. Next one we got the Sunday night game. This is
Oh wow.
So we got
I think they would have
the
flexed this one out.
4-7 Broncos and the
Mm.
10-1 Chiefs.
Yeah, why
Who's
would
playing quarterback?
Yeah. Chiefs?
Jeez.
Von Elway.
You think they? Yeah, I think they'd flex that out. That's a bad Sunday night game.
I mean, yeah, honestly,
it's a divisional game, but it's still.
what would you flex it out with though?
If I were to
You got the
if I were to flex it out,
I'm looking.
I would-
Rams and Cardinals
yeah,
would be better.
I'd put
than
the
Yeah.
Rams and the Cardinals.
Yeah, Rams
Yeah.
and Cardinals would be probably your best flex.
I would
option
say
there.
that,
or even the Browns Titans.
that.
2 8-3.
I would
teams.
say maybe either Saints and Falcons or the Colts and the Texans.
Or the Browns Titans that battle the 8
Well, that's what I said.
3s.
Yeah, Browns Titans. I mean,
Now we got our Monday early. We got the 4-7 football team and 11-0 Steelers.
oh yeah, there's two Monday night games.
Okay.
2 Monday games.
There's a Monday early and a Monday. This is the Monday early. I'm gonna go Steelers. It's the logical choice. The football team whooped the Cowboys, but they ain't gonna whoop the Steelers.
Yeah, I think it's the Steelers.
You know what?
I feel like the Steelers are going to lose here, but I don't know who the hell
I'm
they're
going
lose to.
with the football team.
Ooh,
The reason I'm going with the football team is
because you want to see the Steelers lose.
no, but the way they just
Oh.
played the Ravens.
That's true.
Mm.
But like I said, I don't know if they prepared that well because
Right.
they didn't think you guys were going to put up much of a fight.
The way I see it is, I think Washington's got a good front seven, and the way we're starting to see the emergence of that Scary Terry and that
Mhm.
Gibson for
Wow.
the.
Washington has
I'm
talent.
telling you, I think
They've
it's
got
gonna
talent.
happen.
It's possible.
Next one, we got the Monday night. We got the 8-3 Bills and the 5-6 Niners, which for some reason the 49ers are probably winning this.
I'm going to go Bills.
I'm gonna go Bills.
I'm gonna go Bills
Who's the
as
quarterback? Mullins still?
well. Yeah, I'm gonna go Bills as well.
Next one, we got the Tuesday night 3-8 Cowboys and the 6-5 Ravens. I'm gonna go Ravens,
Yeah, the way
especially getting
the way that
I
the
have to
Ravens
put-
played against the Steelers and the way that the Cowboys have been playing, I'm gonna go Ravens. That finishes it out.
This is going to be an interesting week.
Yes,
we got
it
some
is.
different picks.
Yes,
so.
we did. Good.
You guys want to pick the Jets score again?
Who are they playing? The Raiders.
3-6.
I'll say 27-6.
27-6. I'm gonna go.
Raiders win 27-6.
I'm gonna go 24-3. Watch the Jets will probably score double digits.
Yeah,
I'm going to go 30.
30-9.
Yeah.
Jeez, you're gonna give them.
I'm going to give them 9.
Now, if they would have Young Hun Koo or whatever,
Yeah.
3 field goals.
they'd be tearing it up.
Well, that wraps it up, guys.
I don't think there's much else to talk about.
Nope.
Really.
There's no really breaking news. No games until Sunday.
So we're trying.
And who knows? There could be more games postponed.
Yep. We'll try to keep anything updated on a 3-man power trip on Facebook. So
Yeah. So you know what? Like, subscribe,
Like us on Facebook.
give us some
Like us on
comments,
YouTube.
do some Q&As.
Yeah.
all righty.
Adios. Peace out.
Bye.
Have a
Bye
good night,
bye.
guys.
Bye. Bye bye.